Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 2 of my full platinum walkthrough for South Park The Stick of Truth. Right, for you it may have been 24 hours, 5 minutes, 5 seconds if you're going on to the next video. For me this has been 2 months since I did the previous video. So, what we're doing in this one is we are carrying on exploring the town. That was what we were doing in the first one, we did the introduction. So we're exploring the town and we're also finishing off the call to banners, the main mission. So the rest of the videos are going to be split up into the main missions, and that's where they'll be kind of headed. And then once we've done all of that, got all of that out of the way, then we'll switch to kind of a clean up step and go and clean up any other things. By clean up, I mean any non-missable Chinpokomon or the equipment or side missions. Now the thing we're doing here is actually a side mission that we need to go and find Jesus. In typical South Park fashion, we actually literally need to go and find Jesus. So that's what we're going to do. This is part of a trophy as well, so we're going to get that done. And once you do find Jesus, you can actually summon him to help you with a fight. You saw there I kind of went around fights. I will skip them if I don't need to do them. If there are some of the elves or whoever around and I don't need to fight them, then I just won't. I'll skip around them. So first of all, go down, what is that, the third on the right pew, go there and you'll see an X prompt and you go there, press it and Jesus will appear and you will find Jesus. And then you need to go back to the priest here, Priest Maxi, and speak to him again so you can go and find Jesus again. Do not despair. So I'm skipping, you see there it's kind of fade. I'm skipping all of the dialogue and the extended cutscenes because you're going to watch, you can't hear it anyway, so you're going to watch them yourself. But, yeah, no, I thought I did. I turn around here, I look in there. It's, like I said, it's been 2 months. I've already got the thing out of the boot of that car, or the trunk of that police car. Now they've disappeared, so we're going to go in. And now we'll actually find Jesus for good this time. Now this is the reason that we were Jewish. That's why we chose Jewish as well at the start. So turn off the lights and switch these two lamps over here to find Jesus. Yeah, you need to be a Jew to get Are We Cool? So it's obviously a religion thing, let's say. So this is missable. So there you go. You'll get the trophy. And you'll also be able to summon him with in fights, which is going to be helpful. I'm actually going to do it in this video. I didn't use it too much when I did practice, because you can't summon them all the time. There is a cooldown. There it explains you have access to the summon items. Give it to you once per day. So that's it there, that rosary. And of course we'll get the two friends there, Jesus and Priest Maxi. And we should have, no, not magic yet, that's farts. Which we'll get at the end. Yeah, it's South Park, just bear with me. If I say random words like fart, that's it'll come full circle. So yeah, choose what you think's best. I actually think getting healing from when you use a healing item to get PP, that's good. Power points, whatever, I can't remember what it actually stands for, but your ability to use your special moves in fights, because you will heal a lot, especially in later ones. So having that is quite good. Extra PP means you can use the more powerful attacks more often. I'm just going to skip these, I don't need to do all these. And then we'll run on, we'll continue exploring. So the first, where we kind of left off, we're doing a full kind of circle. That's how we're kind of doing this. I'm going to do a save here. Before doing major fights, a save is always advised, because there are the two main trophies that we need to worry about, which is don't sell anything, and then don't finish a fight with a teammate downed. So they can get downed. I've explained this in the first video, I'm sure. I don't know, it was 2 months ago. They can get downed, but you need to revive them before the end of the fight, otherwise you'll negate that trophy. So doing a save is obviously important. Do them every now and again. They are manual saves that you'll have to do. So going into the fight, we're going to use the Sling of David. This is my favourite move in the game, especially later on when we're going to level it up and it sort of rebounds around. So what I like to do is kind of divide and conquer. So yeah, parrying as well is another thing you want to be aware of, because we need to get that done as well. And perfect attacks as well. So I'll sling one, and then with butters I'll just finish them off. not much point using his special because it will do his hammer does more than enough damage to do it. So they didn't actually attack there; they just used a buff, which is completely useless at this point. And now we'll use the staff. Press square there to do the extra damage rather than X. Get the perfect, and then we'll finish them off with the hammer. Very easy, the fights at this point. I mean, we are on easy as well. There's no need to... Obviously, if we want to go higher, then go higher. Yeah, it's quite fun to go into the more demanding side of the fighting. Annie there. Another friend. So that's why we did that, was to get the friend. I'm trying to walk behind here. You don't walk behind. In the tree here, so if you hold L2, R2, you can fire up into the tree and get this Chinpokomon. That's Sna-kat. You'll get the Poco, Chinpoko trophy, which is for 5. Yeah, obviously we need to find them all, so that's going to come anyway. So there is sort of a bag behind that tree. You can just kind of make it out there as it disappears. And then behind here, there's just a few bits. Like I said, we're fully exploring everything to start with. Money is something we do need, but all the face paints and things like that we don't need. We do have the 2 most important ones, which is the bald cap and the evil goatee, which I will actually put on shortly. We do need that for a trophy. But everything else, the monocle and that then, not important, but we will be picking them up. So go and speak to Maya here, and then she'll give you a new quest. This is the homeless problem. This is going to be an ongoing one. Whenever we do a part for this quest, I'll put it in the bottom corner so you know when it's kind of coming up, and you can use the timestamps obviously to find any that you may have missed. But we basically need to fight homeless people. Yeah, I know. And displace them, remove them. So we will get one right at the end. So at this point here, I'm putting on the bald cap and I'm putting on Evil Cartman's goatee. So do both of these now so you don't forget. I will remind you just before we get the trophy, which is the Heisenberg trophy. Little nod to Breaking Bad. It's later on. So I will remind you, but just put it on now just because, yeah, you don't need to put any other on. So you might as well. If you break the rock here, you can walk behind here. Get the rapper beard, some power potion, things like that. If you hit these, you'll get a few coins. And then we'll go into the post office. So we're just going to do all of these buildings. We will be back in a few of them as we go through the story. But we're just doing a quick sweep across all of them to get anything that we may need. So we've got the news office key, which means we can go back into the previous building. And once you've done that, go behind here and grab this Mr. Slave's package. I wonder what that could be. That's going to start off a new quest, and we're actually going to finish that by going round to Mr. Slave's house and giving him that afterwards. So deliver the package there. Open up all these. And then back out we go. A few friends here. Coming up. No, not that building, the next one. So there's going to be kind of a big influx at the start here of friends and things, because obviously we're going round getting all the initial ones. Some people you'll go up to, some of the kind of kids, you'll go up to and they'll say you're not popular enough. That's fine. Well, I'm used to that. And no, when you become more popular, then you'll be able to befriend them. That there, you can see the vent. You later on you get an ability where you're able to shrink down. So there are things that are kind of off limits to us. So that was a Chinpokomon in the vent there. We can get that later on when we can shrink down. So we're going to go and speak to Mrs. Biggle. Mrs. Biggle, yes. That's another friend in the bag. Speaking of bags, we're going to go and smash hers up, because why not? Some more pennies, 21 cents.
Stop staring at me. It's creepy.
Nope, need that key shortly. You can speak to Mr. Barbrady here, and Mr. Barbrady, Officer Barbrady. He'll become your friend at this point. And then Tom's rhinoplasty. David Hasselhoff all over the walls. We do need to become David Hasselhoff right at the end of the game for a trophy. We will do that. And then kind of just keep it on for the whole time. You literally, your face becomes David Hasselhoff. It's quite funny. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to speak to Mrs. Marsh here, and then just buy something cheap, beauty mark, that'll do, even if you have it already. And then she will become your friend, so that's good. And then we've got another perk, so that's another point. So if you go across to abilities, then go down, no, press the wrong one, then press R1 to go to perks. You can get another point here. It's literally up to you what you want to do. I like this one as well, Sucker Punch, first attack deals extra damage. As I'll be using quite a powerful attack every time, the extra damage is always helpful. And now we have the key. We can go back to this building and go in here. I don't think there's much in this one. No, this is a place where there isn't actually much going on in here. Just a few bits. Revive, of course. You always want to have lots of revives on you. Because you don't want to miss that trophy, obviously, if a teammate gets downed. We're going to the bank now. There is going to be somebody in here later on that we need to see. We're going to play hide and seek with some kindergarteners, so we need to... one of those will be in here under this black table later on. There's nothing else to find in here now. Like I said, with the side missions, we'll just kind of do them as we go. So if they're in a place that we are near, then we'll do it. If not, we'll do it during the cleanup at the end. Those things at the top there, that's another ability we don't have yet. We need our anal probe. Yes, we need that before we're able to use those. So you'll see them dotted about as well. We'll be back in here later. The story will actually bring us in here, where it just completely goes crazy. As you could probably imagine, unplanned parenthood. What could they get up to in there? So break this snowman down and go around the back here, speak to Millie. That's going to be another friend. We're getting up there. Photo dojo. Again, nothing in here yet. We will go in. There's another thing, so I'm just kind of showing you. We will be back for that later. Yeah, this is another kind of side bit later on. There's nothing actually in here at this point.
If you ever want some work done on your nose,
okay, and that's kind of the main street done now. So, yeah, these Timmy places, Jimmy, Timmy, that's the guy. The flags, you can't miss them. You have the fast travel flags. You can't miss them, so I've not marked them down. You'll get them all because you have to walk past them pretty much. When we get to the cinema, shoot this Chinpokomon down, the Fatdactyl. Then go inside. There's going to be a few things in here we can get. A few items. You break down these chairs. Nothing you particularly need in unless you want some pubes. I don't know. Well, there you go. We can't sell anything yet, but all of this stuff we will be able to sell after we finish the main story. And we need to buy all of the weapons and equipment from different people, so that's why we need it as well. Those badges there that you saw me pick one up, they aren't needed for a trophy or anything. You can equip them to your weapons. I don't really bother with it because you end up switching weapons a lot anyway. And on this difficulty, you don't really need to worry about it. Although you can, of course, mess around and go for all that if you want to. If you go to the back, speak to this kid in the black jumper here. That's going to be Damien. That's another friend. And now we're going to go a friend, Al Gore, who might be the funniest person in the game because Randy Marsh doesn't do too much in this game, as he does in the later episodes of South Park. But Al Gore is just the best. So go speak to him. I skipped it there, but he's going to give you the side quest. And we need to plant 3 different ManBearPig markers. And trust me, he's super serial, so we'll need to do that. So I'll show you where they are. There's one down here. We will be down there later on. There's one up there, which we will plant shortly. And then the final one is going to be over here in the lake, which we'll go and do at some point. It's not essential that we go and do it now. So we'll continue on. Tweaks coffee. Tweek Bros Coffee. Mr. Tweek here. So I'm going to skip that. You'll go in, there'll be a kind of cutscene. I'm going to skip that, and then you need to speak to them again. And then he will become kind of a merchant. And we're going to purchase their most expensive thing. So if you go to buy the Speed Potion Ultra, and that's going to give us a they're friends. So once you purchase that, they'll become friends. So 15. If you don't have it now, you don't have to. You can always do it later. And weirdly, it seems like there's a spelling error. There's something going on. So when you get to the friend, it says Mr. Tweek, but the coffee place says Tweek as in tweak. I don't know why it's different. I've never figured that out, but it is different for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, go into the back room and you'll sort of continue this side quest on. See, it's spelled Tweek there, T-W-E-A-K. But it says on his badge T-W-E-E-K. I don't know the difference. Maybe it's a play on words. Maybe his name is actually Tweek. And go for the whole play on words. That must be it, right? I don't know. There's another Chinpokomon there. We can't get that one yet. We need to shrink down to get under that bench. But knowing these guys, nothing has been done by accident. Another flag here, you can't miss that obviously. Here's another merchant. This hobo, he's not one of the ones you need to fight. The homeless. So yeah, always make sure you've got revive potions and stuff, and you can always buy them. So yeah, you can buy stuff, that's fine. Just make sure you don't sell anything. I'll do a quick trip round here. And then we'll open this gate up. No. Depth of field can be a bit of a problem in this game sometimes. You flick the switch, it's going to open up the main gate so you can come back in here later on. Al Gore's place is in here, but we're actually going to go into go see General Dish. There's a few here, there's Mackey's as well. Oh, Captain Chaos. Was it Captain Chaos? Professor Chaos. Yeah, so if you come in here, then there's going to be a countdown, and then all the lights will come on. You don't actually need to do anything, but I've skipped it there. And then you can go and speak to General Disarray, and he will become your friend. A few bits in here. Butters his squirrel nose. A roll of tinfoil, because, of course. This one you'll need to stand a bit further back, this Chinpokomon Roo-stor. You'll need to stand back a bit so you can hit it. And then we'll go into the vent and just go into the roof briefly. But we'll need to be back here to get down there afterwards. So you got dyes there, you can dye certain things. There's another badge for a weapon. Yeah, you can dye your clothing with certain dyes. Again, it's not something I'm going to bother with because we don't need to do it for any trophies or anything. Obviously, if you want to do it, go for it. Nope, even the bottle stops me there. Now, there are some of the homeless guys in this truck here. I'm not fighting too many of them because some of them can be quite powerful. So we'll do all those later on, but there's one in that truck. You can walk into the back of that truck. There may be some enemies here. If there are, obviously fight them. There aren't for me this time. Don't worry about getting in the barn. We can't do that yet. That's later on. But we can go on top of the barn and plant ManBearPig Sensor number 1. So go and do that. And back on with the garages as well. We will just have 2 garages by the end of this video left that we can't do yet. There is only one missable garage. Because you're only allowed in the house. I think it's can't remember his name. Kyle. Is it Kyle's? No, it's not Kyle's. Sorry, it's the guy with the crutches. Oh my god, it's evading me. Of course, because names always do. It's his house. You're only allowed in there once, or sort of during the story, and you have to grab the key for the garage at that point. So we'll be doing that. So open that garage up. It doesn't actually open, which is fine. You just need to open it. Open this door up because it's hilarious. I'm not going to show it, but yeah. Have the subtitles on as well. And then we're going to go in. This is Mr. Slave's house. So if you speak to him and you're going to give him his package, it kind of automatically happens. Then you will get him as a friend and you'll complete the quest. That's the package we got from the post office earlier. And he will also become a summon now, which you can use in a fight. We actually need him for a trophy a lot later on because we need to summon him while we're in him. Yeah, it'll make sense. So we, oh god, okay. So we'll just go quickly, kleptomaniac style, just go and rob everything that's around. If it ain't nailed down and it's got gold handles, we're going to open it and steal it. Another garage here, number 10. There is nothing in here to find. Apart from probably Easter eggs. And we'll run down, just kind of hitting. I don't even need crumple. I don't know why I'm doing all the hitting those. We don't need it. So if you speak to this kid behind here, you're going to start off another side quest that we'll just carry on with while we're going around. And that's to find them all. There's 7 of them. So hide and seek. There's going to be 7 kids that we need to find. So we'll get them as we go. They'll be in the description. And of course, they'll be in the bottom corner when they come up. We're not going to do them all in this video. We'll just get them as we go. Just realised there's a kind of lunchbox thing here. Cure potion. They sort of come in more handy more towards the end of the game. So back on the original street now where all the houses are. So we've gone full circle. If you smash this, you're going to get the Furrycat Chinpokomon. And then here you actually need to break. So if you speak to him, he'll talk about his frost giant. You need to actually break it and break it from the spell kind of thing. And then he will become your friend, Francis. So I'm just going to sort of tie things up a bit here and go back to kind of where we started. There we go. We can't open that garage yet. That's one of the only other ones we can't open. Mr. Broflovski. No, I didn't say that very well, did I? Yep, so if you go speak to him, he'll just become your friend. That one doesn't open yet. We can go in there later on. This garage will just open. You don't need a key for that. And then if you go up into the kind of loft space of the garage, I can't get on this ladder. Loft space, there'll be the Druid robes. We'll actually put those on. Not now. I don't think I put them on now. You can do now though if you want. If you are level 3 already, that's it. I'm not level 3 at this point yet. I will put them on. The thing with the kind of armor, the clothing, it's kind of the passive buff that you're looking at rather than the actual armor, especially later on. So there's a good old Randy. He does come into it, quite a small part though. It is funny though, to be honest. So we're going to go up, just grab some more underpants up here and have a look around in the rooms. This is Stan's house, obviously. So if you go into, check this side drawer here, you get underpants number 3. If you can't open his closet because Tom Cruise is in there. I think it was Tom Cruise, wasn't it? Yeah, so the underpants come into play later on. That's another side mission thing. We're just getting them before the fact. So yeah, we'll just grab them all for now. Go out. If you go into the next room, that's going to be his sister's room. You can't do anything yet. She's just going to kind of tell you to go away, or she's going to kill you. And then in here, if you need some poop, then obviously go and make some. It can come in handy in fights. And then the bottom room here, which most houses don't have a bottom room. This one does. This is the parents' bedroom. And then in one of the, yeah, this one here, you got the underpants number 4. Just one more pair to find. We can't get them yet, so don't worry about it. And that, if I remember rightly, is it for the houses. So it will kind of link back up. I'll just go to the left now. Him we can't befriend yet because we need to crawl underneath that hedge. So yeah, we've come full circle now. So we're just going to go back. So that's kind of the whole town explored. There's obviously a few bits off to the side and things, and we haven't been to Canada yet. But yeah, they don't treat the Canadians too fairly, do they? Yeah, so we'll do all that later. But for now, we're kind of carrying the story on now. Go and speak to Mrs. McCormick, and you're going to get the garage key. There we go. There's going to be another quick travel. So that's going to be opening the garage up. We'll go in there in a moment. That's where we need to go. But that actually counts as one of the garages as well. And this is our first homeless relocation that we're going to do. So you're going to see that this guy, he's not particularly difficult. He does quite an annoying buff at the end. So I end up using Jesus to help me. But yeah, you see it has quite a bit of health. 243. It's obviously a lot more than we do. Some of the other ones, there's like 3 of them, and they all have like 500 or 600 health. So that's why we're going to do the vast majority of them later on. So yeah, try guarding if you can. There is a trophy I will get shortly for deflecting each attack in a non-tutorial battle. So you do need to do that at some point. It's not missable because there are fights at the end of the game as well. So we're just going to slowly chip away. I think at this point he uses this kind of buff. No, he throws have a nip. Not yet. I should have gone back and got some more PP power. But I was thinking I could finish him off. I thought he was just kind of done at this point because he's got 38 health left. And then he uses this jacked up buff. So his attack goes up. And also can't seem to damage him as much anymore. So yeah, at this point I should have just used Jesus. But yeah, you can see what a square attack does now. 1. So yeah. And 6 from Butters there. Probably should be breaking his armor using a X attack. That's what I should be doing. But I'm going to use get some more PP. Oh no, I'm healing Butters. Sorry, because he's you can only use 1 item per character per turn. So I need to heal Butters. That's the important. Square again. I should have pressed X there to kind of break his armor down. Never mind. So we're not getting through here, are we? Block that one. Yeah, just go for Jesus. So I'm going to cast it, and it's just going to bring Jesus down, and he's going to finish him. So if he does give you a problem like that as well, you can do 448. Should have just done that from the start. It can help, but it's once every day that you're able to use him.
You gave it your best shot, and that's all Jesus asks of you.
But yeah, it's not necessary that you need to use them all. Just kind of get stuck now and again. Speed the process up. That's why I did it. And that was the first homeless person removed. Another 6 to do. There we go. Homeless camp relocated. Number 1. So again, we can't go off to that side yet. There's rats there. We need to have an ability to move those away that we don't have yet. At this point, so this is the last moment here. Just so probably do it before going in. Just make sure that you definitely have the bald cap and the Evil Cartman goatee equipped. Because we're going to get the Heisenberg trophy now. Basically, you need to kill these tweakers, these meth heads, sorry, while dressed as Walter White. That's essentially what we're doing.
Are you gonna rape us?
So we'll take care of these guys the normal way. Slinger David. Go for the Hammer of Justice and get them, get him out of the way. Do I go for him? Yeah, go for him. No, go for the hammer. Should have gone for the... Yeah, it wasn't enough. I don't think it's enough. Or is it? No, it's just too little. I was trying to not use everything at one go, but yeah, I should have done that. So I'm going to heal him up, because that's always important. You could always use the heal. Butters has an automatic heal, not an automatic, one that's kind of infinite that you can use, not on himself, but on any other teammate. You can use that once every turn. So be aware of that if you ever take damage. I didn't seem to take damage throughout this whole video. My character, that is. Or I didn't feel like he did. Not to a massive amount anyway. No more. So I'm going to use some items. Get some more PP. There, the power potion. Can use the sling again. Use the hammer. That's 46 is definitely enough. What do we do? Can't see. It jumped up off the screen. It was enough. And then we should be able to go for the finish. There we go. So once you've beaten those, you'll get the Heisenberg trophy. Obviously, if you were wearing the bald cap. And the goatee. So you can change now, put whatever you want on now. But I'm just going to stay with what I've got. So loot the corpses, open up the fridge, see what's in there. And then we'll go up. You need to smash this down. And then we'll go onto the roof by smashing this ceiling. And there is a weapon up here, so obviously we need that for that trophy, Kenny's bloody club, which I do switch to. And then also this is a ManBearPig Sensor point, the telegraph pole, so make sure you put that up as well. The coffee is actually there on the shelf. I forget to pick it up after all this. Wife beater, another bit of equipment there. Turn off the fire. Yeah, so we do kind of go through the inventory a bit now and again. Just kind of whatever you have a look at what it does. It's a passive thing. So stash of cheesy poof heals plus 5 health each turn. So if you combine that with something that gives you PP whenever you heal, which we do have, then you'll get extra PP while not actually healing. It makes sense to me. Hopefully it does to you. You'll automatically heal and gain PP every turn. Let's go with that. So it does slightly better damage, so we'll switch to the club for now. But again, you'll be switching a lot. And you can purchase weapons from certain... No, yes, yeah, I've left then. I wasn't supposed to leave. I was supposed to come back in. Yeah, we actually need the coffee. That's what we're here for. The Tweeks special delivery. So we'll fast travel up and finish this off. So we go over to the Roo-stor it. Straight across to Tweeks Coffee. So yeah, things are going to move a bit quicker now because we don't really need to explore as much because we're just kind of getting through the story now. We've done the main bit of exploring.
Thanks, kid. I gotta go get changed and then I'll meet you at the kingdom.
So I'm just going to skip that. You'll level up. More than likely you'll level up at this point. Tweek will become your friend and you'll also get Tweek's key, which is for the chest behind where he was stood. If you're able to do the ability, it's up to you which you choose. I really do like the Sling of David. And especially when you get to level 4 and it kind of bounces around everyone, you can do quite a lot of damage to 2 enemies right at the start of every battle. But yeah, obviously mess around with it. It's an RPG after all. So yeah, go up, open up the chest. You're going to get the friar's gloves and the robes. So we'll, again, I try not to do this too much, but some of them sometimes, because we did level up to level 3, you're going to want to change. So it's going to increase your health there, and it still has that passive buff with the cheesy poofs as well. So we've just got a final bit of exploring. I did say we were nearly done. I forgot about this top corner we need to do. There's just a couple of places up here. But it's the only road we haven't been down yet. And it's part of the story. So this is Token's house. And there's another fast travel. Go and speak to the security guard. He's going to mace you, which is fine. It's going to change the story on. Pepper spray. And that's going to kind of move on. We need to go and get a gas mask. So we'll go and get that. Avoid fights if you want. Do them if you want as well.
Oh man, I remember
It's
getting
up to
beat
you.
right over here. Stan one time gave me the grossest wet willy right here.
City sushi. City sushi. That shouldn't have been so difficult. Another fast travel there. And here's one of the kindergarten kids. The ones for the side quest. So speak to them and that will be them done. And then we're going to go into here, into City Walk, or as he pronounces it, I'll let him do it. So we're going to skip this big dialogue here. You're going to get another side quest. You're going to get a key for the Tower of Peace, which is the place to the right-hand side. We're not going to do it yet. You basically need to fight your way to the top, and then that's going to do that side quest, and then he will become your friend. We'll do that later, but for now we're just kind of getting his key. We'll go to Jimbo's Guns. This is where we buy the gas mask. And you can also buy weaponry here. You can buy weaponry from most merchants, to be honest. I'm okay with the stuff we're getting free, but obviously if you want to buy it now, we do need to buy it all eventually, like all the weapons here. Obviously it depends on your level and how much money you have as well. So buy the gas mask and then go down to miscellaneous and buy the Hunter's Guide to South Park's Wildlife. That's going to start off another side quest. He's going to talk about it. Big game hunting with Jimbo. Some bits there we can't get yet, so don't worry about that. Yeah, basically random kind of rare animals are going to appear. We need to defeat them. So the blood-sucking fruit bat and things like that. So it's going to start all that off. Carry on to the very end. The left, there's Mr. McCormick. Another friend. And then we're going to go into Skeeter's bar. At the back here you can just see a Chinpokomon. I need a way of saying that word quicker. There isn't a way, is there? A chin? No, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, speak to Skeeter. Another side quest is the one we're going to do really quickly now. Get the cellar key and then we're going to go into the cellar. And there's going to be a lot of rats down here. So I'm going to get the trophy Shutout. I mentioned it before. It's about successfully defending against every enemy attack in a single battle that isn't won in the tutorial. I don't know on this one. I think it's the next one. These are pretty easy, these rats. So when I upgraded the Sling of David there, it now reduces the attack of the enemy that I use it on. Now this is overkill using the Hammer of Justice on a little white mouse rat thing, baby rat, rabid rat. I didn't guard that last one there, I don't think. Or that one. No, that's the one I didn't guard. A bit unnecessary, but there you go. 85 damage. Yeah, you see me heal a bit there as well. So from every turn you're getting a bit of healing, and because you're healing you're getting a bit of PP back, so it's a bit more deeper than you think. A bit deeper than you think, should I say. Now around this place there are random things. I'm trying to get over onto this alcohol bottle here. I didn't know at which point you needed to do this. I thought it was here. It wasn't. It's kind of there. If you get it to land on top you can skip the fight, but we do need to defeat all of these rats. That's why we're here. This is the fight I get shut out on. It's exactly the same as the other one. Nice, straightforward. Yeah, get rid of the big one. Splat. So successfully defend. No, I didn't successfully defend then, did I? Or maybe it did. No, it did. Perfect. Yeah, it just seemed a lot more damage than I was expecting. Get the one at the back. And then we'll squish the one at the front. Splat.
I really feel sad.
And that's that fight won, and we'll get the trophy Shutout for successfully defending. So you will get that at some point. Don't worry if you don't get it yet. So we'll just do one more fight here. If you notice, I hit every enemy before starting the fight. That's actually the second game. You get a little bit, if you go up to an enemy and you hit them before entering the fight, you actually do a bit of damage before the fight starts. But yeah, it's just kind of habit at this point.
That wasn't so bad. I rubber your glue.
So get the perfect deflections in. Nearly there. Nope, none left. Just hit it with your stick. That'll do. Yeah, more than enough.
To show mercy.
Right, so the next one, there's 4 fights down here. The next one I'm actually going to skip now. You can do, if you come up around the back of it this way, and hit this box while it's underneath in front of the barrels, then it will skip the fight. This does actually happen a lot. There are lots of places you can do this in the game. Skip fights entirely. Couldn't get behind here. No, it's the barrels. There you go. Revive's always handy. And some random crap to sell later on. So yeah, unfortunately we can't sell the potions and stuff that we get extra, so we just kind of have to leave them.
Damn if you ain't a noble knight after all. Alright.
So go speak to him, say that the job is done, and you will get to friend Skeeter and the bartender, and also bar darts, which is a weapon. And it's better than what I'm using now, the bow of sucking, so I will put that on. Now we'll go and finish this mission. Finally, call the banners.
Dog.
Nope, don't want to fight. Run away. Yeah, this building here, the Tower of Peace, we can go into now. Later on, we'll do that though. So warp to Dark Meadows, should I say. And put the gas mask on. So now when he tries to spray you, obviously it's going to have no effect, and he's going to crap himself.
Fuck. Oh no.
It's a good day
Pretty
to
straightforward fight, this one.
you, that is.
Ow.
So his attack is down. We'll hit him with the Hammer of Justice as well.
Oh.
I just was seeing if it works.
Yeah.
Get the parry. So I think I would have got the trophy on this one as well.
Move.
And that's enough, yeah. So I would have got the trophy on this one had I not got it previously.
Some mornings I wake up with
You get the Billy Club of Smiting. That's a weapon that you're going to naturally get because this is story. Go and grab up here. There's quite a few things in here we need to just get quickly. Open up his garage. That's number 13. And go up in his garage to get the Friar's Cap. Lion King DVD, of course. You never know when that's going to come in handy. We'll switch to the cap now because it is quite good compared to that. Although, yeah, game 1 PP 1 healed. Yeah, it's quite good. It sort of ties into what we're doing here. Chinpokomon up in the window there. Velociraptor. And then when we've got that, we're going to want to knock on the door here, speak to Token, and that's going to pretty much be the end of his, well, it is the end of his sort of side quest. It's not, well, it's part of a main quest, but it's kind of a side quest almost. So we've got to return to Cartman, so go outside the gate of Dark Meadows, go to the flag, and then return to Cartman's house. You can obviously go straight there. When you do, a cutscene will kick in. I'm going to skip that, obviously. We don't need to watch that. And then we're going to go through a bit of training and learn some magic. aka farting. And then we've got one other sort of part to the overall main quest. The main quest being called the banners. We're going to finish that by the end of this video. Yeah, so we've got another bit coming up. I don't know what that's there for. I think it's from previous when we killed the guys originally here. So we're going to go through the farting tutorial, or magic should I say, sorry. So you got to hold down on the right stick. I'm going to skip the conversation there. Hold down right on the right stick. Find the frequency. Yeah, it literally tells you. Find the frequency by, it's kind of about 12 o'clock on the left stick. And then press up on the right stick after holding it for a while. So you sort of hold it for a while, you get a feel for it, and then go up when it tells you to. And that's it. So it's going to make you fart on... Who does it make you fart on? Kenny. So just do that same thing again as you just did on the dummy, and then you're going to get another bit of a cutscene, and then it will bring you back out again. And then Kenny will be your buddy now. So we'll go and do detention sentence now, which is the final part of Call the Banners. So we can now have either Butters or Kenny to help us out. So we're going to go from the house all the way over to the school here quickly. Now there's a few missable trophies in the school now, so make a save. Definitely make a save now. We're going to switch. I'm going to switch to Kenny. The main reason for that is that Kenny's better at idling, if that makes any sense. With his attacks, he's got a weaker attack. Because we're going to want to try and have things happen during combat here, which is, it can be a bit frustrating, but it shouldn't be too bad. So make sure you save your game. There's 3 missable trophies coming up. 2 of them are definitely pertain to now. 1 of them can be done later on. So first thing we're going to do is go up to the window. You're going to get the cutscene, and we're going to go inside the school. And basically the school is full of gingers, all monitors. And this is the only time you meet gingers. So there are a few things we need to get out of the way here. Number 1 being Gingivitis, which is a trophy for being bitten 3 times by gingers. That's a lot of the word ginger. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of idle. So I'm going to choose darts, but not actually do anything. So my character doesn't do anything. And then with Kenny's bow, I'm just going to not do anything again. And it does a little bit of damage, and then he's going to come in. I should have blocked that, but never mind. And it does actually take quite a while sometimes to do this, but what we're looking for is the ginger attack, the bite attack. So yeah, here we go, the ginger bite. We need that to happen 3 times. If you see it happen, don't block it. So another thing you'll need is, you shouldn't be using them at all, is Cure Potion. If you don't have them, then go back out and get some Cure Potions, because you'll just want to remove the buff, the debuff, so you're able to get bitten again. It basically doubles your chances. He'll either go for you or Kenny. If one of you already has it, chances are he'll go not particularly go do it to the other one. So I feel like it doubles your chances anyway. You should be able to, with this one, if you idle enough and just kind of, because you are going to eventually kill him because you are doing a bit of damage. He will heal himself in some parts. There is a chance this one will bite you twice. It's happened in my practice run, and it happened in this run as well. So we want this one to bite you twice, if you can. If not, reload the save, and maybe try and do it here. This is probably the best place to get bitten. You definitely want at least once. So don't. There we go. There's the other ginger bite. So this is twice now. We've got one more. The final one for me is going to happen during the boss. I feel like the ones in between now and the boss don't really do it. It feels like they just don't. You're going to see the fights. I kind of wait it out, and it just does not happen. Another trophy we're going to do is Irritable Bowels, which basically, you see there at the top, I now have mana, the green bar, because I'm able to fart during combat. You need to poop yourself during a boss fight. There are plenty of boss fights, which basically involves taking too much food in, and then you poop yourself. Yeah. Yeah, so I do that during the boss, because there is a boss fight coming up. So you can run out and get some more food items that increase your mana. If you need to, you can get them from the vending machine. You should have enough to do it anyway. So I've had to finish that fight there. He'll go and phone ahead, so we'll skip that. And now we'll run around and grab a few things. What have we got? So always check the gingers. They're actually, one of them is going to drop some Freckles. This you can see there, ginger Freckles. We need those for a trophy. So you got some extra food there, I think. Now we'll go into this. Can't go into the basement yet, so don't worry about that. You do come back to the school, but the gingers won't be here. I will skip these ones, so we can do farts. So if you face the fire, hold down, and then press up, you'll do a fart. And you'll kill these two, or not kill them, knock them out. There, mana potion, there's a bit of mana potion there. So you should get some as well. That locker we can't open, but we do need to, so we'll do that later on. That will need to go in there as well. So here's another one. This one just doesn't seem to do it. He does not seem to bite you, as long as you can try. I do try and get him to do it, but he's not having none of it. I guess it's just certain ones that do it. There is definitely that one at the start. That's why I say get 2 done there. I'm a bit more aggressive with this one because I kind of know he doesn't do it. He does the touch of ginger, so I'm thinking he must have it in his arsenal somewhere. He just doesn't seem to do it. If you're lucky, he will do it to you. I'll remove the debuff there to try and better my chances. And we'll just try and get rid of this one, really. No, we don't try and... okay. We'll try and see if he does it. Ginger break. No, so he's healing himself. He does all the other ginger attacks apart from the one I want. So this is why we did the save at the beginning, because there are a finite amount of gingers, and they might not do it, and it can be quite annoying if they don't. It's kind of the randomness of it, I suppose. Yeah, so I am actually going to last this bit out, see if he does it, because I noticed he was doing more of these kind of attacks, but then he ended up not doing. Another thing with Kenny as well, if you're using Kenny, so obviously we've got that overall trophy where we can't finish a fight with our buddy downed. The way Kenny gets downed is he will get downed and then he will get dragged away by rats and kind of die. And then a turn or two later, I think it might just be one rotation, he comes back again. Now that doesn't count because he's going, as long as he's still alive by the end, and he's still alive. You're good. And there's another trophy for having that happen a certain amount of times. Now we're going to farm that after getting the story done and getting the initial trophy of not having anybody downed, because it can be a bit dangerous. It might happen by accident, and then you accidentally do too much damage in retaliation, and you kill them. There, we've just had enough, get rid of him. So it can happen. It does happen to me later on in the boss fight, but I just roll with it. Right, ginger Freckles there. You need to pick those up because you'll need those for a trophy. There's Token. I haven't been to this menu since we've met Token. So you want to go to... It's actually not in the facial hair. I don't know why I'm in facial hair looking. It's not there at all. No, it's not there. There you go, makeup. So, equip Ginger Freckles. We'll need to defeat the boss while having Ginger Freckles. And it's for a trophy called Daywalker. So many references. So at this point we're going to use a buddy command. So you need to bring up the command using L1. And then aim at... It's a bit of a weird one. You need to aim at... you can see there's an arrow pointing down on the head of the kid here in the front. There we go. And then you can press R2 and he'll do that and get their attention. Certain buddies can do certain things. Like Butters can heal other people. So we'll search him as well. What do we get? Sunscreen. There's just a random drawer in here with a... Yeah, there's a badge in there. Now I was thinking we could skip... You can skip most of this fight. You can hit the bulletin board. But we'll give it a chance, see if they want to bite. Literally. And they did not, unfortunately. They were just having none of it. So there are a few of them, so doing a bit of damage or proper damage when there are a few of them is not a bad idea. So he does the touch, he does the red death from above. They do all the one ginger strike, they do all of the other ones. So yeah, always make sure you're healing up your partner. Use the healing item you have most of as well, because then if you have 10, you won't be able to go higher anyway, so use the one you've got the most of. Let's get rid of you. So yeah, I'm kind of not rushing through this one, but I'm not being as aggressive as I could be, just in the off chance that they might, and they do not. That's a horrible move to, yeah, the delay on that's a bit of a dodgy one. Some more cheesy poofs. Do the damage to the one at the back. Because I just feel that the chance of the one at the front of doing the bite is higher. But he doesn't anyway, so yeah. No, don't have any of that left. We'll go with the stick. Doesn't do enough damage. So Kenny does quite a good special where he does a kiss and grosses them out. Princess Kenny. So yeah, remember with armor you'll need to go for light attacks over heavy attacks. Do we go for it? Yeah, we do go for it. The royal kiss. I messed this up though. You need to hold X, not just press it. I let go. You need to. It does still gross them out, and when they're grossed out, they'll take damage at the end of their turn. So Ginger Break is going to heal. He's just prolonging this now, isn't he? You saw then that the attack actually hit the one on the floor and he ran away. That, you might think that them being on the floor is that they're downed, obviously they can't do anything, but some of them can heal. So there are certain attacks like the Sling of David that hit the ones on the floor, kind of as on the off chance, kind of a random one. So you want that to happen, so it gets rid of them, so they can't be healed. There are very few enemies that do heal others, but some of them do. So we get the dodgeball there. Make sure you loot them, get the dodgeball, and do a bit of looting here. Can't go in the basement, so don't worry about that. We're in the faculty.
He's here. Guard the key.
The lounge here. Hit the cigarette onto the fireworks. I'm just going to throw a fart their way. Not yet. Now. It wasn't having none of it. There we go. So yeah, I'm just going to skip these fights in here. Smash this down. Now we did get the other one. He got hit by a firework over there. This one on the floor. I was going to see if we can get close to the books. If you come around this side, it's going to work better. There you go. Get rid of him as well. And this is one of those instances where you need to switch your buddy and not go the long way around. So get Butters back, and then hold the L1 to do the buddy command to heal this guy. And then he's going to give us another key. So we've got the bronze one for that initial fight. Now we're going to get the silver one, and then we're going to go into Mackie's office, get the gold one, and then we're going to go and try and open the door and do the final kind of boss fight. So we'll have Kenny back. Because he does kind of less damage. I feel like he does anyway. So into the counsellor's office. Get the key from up here. It can get a bit irritating, switch between shoots. There's another one we'll get there as well afterwards. So we are going to be getting the trophy Irritable Bowels next. That's for pooping yourself during a boss fight. So that's the first thing we're going to do here. So make a save. Definitely make another save, not on top of the one you did before. Make a separate one in case anything goes wrong here. In case you don't get that third bite. Hopefully the third you need. And we're on to the first boss fight. There's not much difference really. It just has more health and does a bit more damage. There's another trophy we're going to start working on here as well. But it doesn't really matter if it doesn't work out for you like it does for me. It doesn't work out for me either. We can kind of farm it later on, so don't worry about it. But it's one you want to be aware of. I will point it out in a moment. So he's going to do his attack first, and then I'm going to go to items and go to mana potion. I do have a large one. If you don't have a large one, you maybe use a few small ones up, but you want to overfill your mana. There you go. And you automatically overload and poop yourself, and you'll get Irritable Bowels. And you need to do that during a boss fight. There is another trophy for doing it several times, but that doesn't need to be in a boss fight. That one does, though. So we'll start trying to do some damage to the boss in the hope that one of these other two will come and bite, which he does. That's not doing much damage at all. Get the Ginger Strike off this one. Death from above. So also, I should have mentioned, we did obviously equip them already, but you need the Freckles on for this fight as well. And that's for the other trophy for Daywalker. So you can see there he's channeling. So we need to block or stop a channeling, an enemy channeling, which you do by farting. Unfortunately, my mana is low, so I can't do a fart. He basically skips a turn while he's channeling, and then does a big attack, and then the turn after that. We need to stop that, but there is a certain enemy later on, gnomes, that do it a lot. There aren't many enemies that do channeling, but gnomes do it a lot, and we can kind of farm it a bit when we meet those. So we'll do it all there, but if you're able to do it here, stop him doing it by farting on him then. Good, it's one down. Hit him with the Royal Kiss. I think I missed it here as well. Yeah, I missed it there as well. So you hold it down and then you do, when you get the... There we go, there's the final bite coming in. Gingivitis, so that's 3 bites. No, Kenny's down. So you're going to see him, he's going to get dragged away. So I can't heal him, I can't revive him, that's the whole point. You can't revive Kenny.
Stop this tomfoolery.
So if this does happen to you, that Kenny gets knocked out, take it easy for a moment. Don't go too powerful on the attacks. Because Kenny will be back.
That's it. I'm notifying your parents.
See, he's calling my parents. I'm not sure if that counts as channeling. It does look like channeling, but it doesn't say channeling on the top. So if this happens as well, then maybe use another mana potion and see if you can... You can stop it. I do stop this one. It does look like channeling. I'm not sure if this one counts. There aren't many enemies that do it. But again, we'll do the gnomes. So that stopped it, you see. So he's not going to get his attack. And there we go. There's Kenny back. So we need that to happen a few times. 10 times, I think, with Kenny. But again, we'll just farm it in the cleanup section of the guide, when we don't need to worry about buddies being knocked out at the end of fights. There we go. So if you hold it, then you get the love heart, and then you get an epic kiss, and he gives him gonorrhea. Oh, God. Because of course it does. He's going to start throwing up everywhere. I do have a sling. Who do we go for? We go for this one. Try and whittle his health down a bit. Yeah, and then we go for... I think we go for another kiss on... with Kenny. I don't know why he's getting an attack in now. It's my turn still. I will switch back to using Butters later as well, because I do think he's a better buddy. That should kill him. There we go. He's got syphilis this time. Gonorrhea and syphilis. Oh dear. I'll go for bar darts because that does random damage to other enemies as well. So there's a chance. I won't waste. There we go. Got all 3 of them. Or both of them, should I say. I wouldn't waste all 3 attacks on one. And there we go. Daywalker. So if you got the Freckles on when you beat the boss, you'll get the Daywalker trophy as well. And you'll get the key there, which is important. And then when you got the hall monitor key, come and open this locker here, and you get the mace of restoration. That is obviously a weapon, a missile weapon, so we need to get that. And then go and open the door. I'm going to skip the cutscene here, but then you'll be outside, and Craig will become your friend. So we're nearly done here. We're nearly done. This is quite a long main quest, this one that we're doing. So I do have an upgrade available. I missed an upgrade earlier, actually. At a point I hadn't used. But we're on easy, so it's not too much of a problem. So walk back to Cartman. Speak to Cartman. There's going to be a cutscene. You will become... I can't remember what the terminology they use. A more powerful Jew, apparently. And then... you'll need to do some more training for the ranged attacks, magic attack, to put it nicely. So I'm going to skip, but it's similar. You basically hold down with the right stick, and then you move all over the place. No, that's not how you do it. You move the frequencies kind of to the right hand side this time. I'm going to skip again, but you're going to fart on Scott Malkinson this time. And then that will be it. That will be the Call the Banners quest complete. Finally. So I've got Craig there. I'm just going to clean up here at the end. So switch to all the best stuff, or the stuff you want. The Mace of Restoration is quite good. If you are level 4, of course. You should be. On a perfect attack, you'll heal 5%. You'll probably notice that you do a lot of perfect attacks. So that's good. We'll go for... what do we stick? We'll stick with the darts on that. I think I was going to go with Druid Crown because it's kind of better with regards to armor, but then armor is not the be all, so we'll just go for the Friar's Robes again to get the extra PP when healing. So we'll keep all that going on. Yeah, go back, do all the Friar's stuff. Yeah, extra health and everything. So yeah, you might have no armor, but you're getting more health, so it kind of evens out. So we're going to upgrade the sling, so now it's better. You get a random additional attack now as well. And then I'll go down and I'll get the maximum PP up by 20%. And that's it for this one. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.